Hey guys, Super Gadget Guy here. This is a review video of the Sony Personal 3D Viewer. Here it is. I did an unboxing video of this a couple days ago. So after I use it with both watching 3D movies and playing 3D video games, and this is my conclusion. Basically this item retailed for $799. And to me, so far, let's first look at the fit and finish. So this unit is entirely made out of plastic, as you can see, you can hear, and offers a 5.1 surround sound with it. It is not really, to me, as a finished consumer product. It more feels like an engineering sample. For example, look at the cord here. It just comes straight out, and it's not really guided, because when you put it here, the cord is right next to your face. And there's no way to really adjust it to have a loop from outside of the visor. So it'll always be next against your ear. And the headphone, it's 5.1 surround sound, but as you can see, the downward adjust, when I fit it, it does not cover my entire ear. And it's not a really tight fit. It offers zero noise cancelling, and it feels like a leftover headphone when Sony made Walkmans, 20 years ago, and they have leftover headphone they decided to put on this thing. So to me, the build and the fit and finish does not really equivalent to an $800 consumer electronic product. I mean, $800 is a lot of money. You can buy 4 Amazon Fire, 4 tablets for that price. Price of this. So now talk about what about the quality. So when I watch movie, the 3D is not as intense. It is a big screen personal movie theater experience, but it feels like you're watching a movie through a swimming goggle. It is very narrow. The vision is very narrow in sense that the 3D is not really there, or the picture is not as clear unless you are really look at it directly straight on. If the headband is up or down by even 1 or 2 degrees, the picture becomes fuzzy. Even at the most optimal view angle, direct head on, only the center of the screen is clear. The 4 corners, extremely bad. So subtitle, it's almost unreadable in 3D mode. But in normal mode, they're okay. Still, if you're not on directly, the subtitles will not be readable. They will be fuzzy because you are looking at 2 different screens here. And comfort wise, this is like about 1.2 pounds. By fitting it correctly, you are actually creating sort of a pressure point between your forehead and the back of your head. So the nose part is actually not much weight on it. It's okay. I mean, to put a 1 pound device on your head like this, or on your face, it's okay. But then again, why does it have to be so heavy? I mean, Sony tried to do their best, try to fit it, but after 20 minutes of wearing it, I'm getting this pressure on my forehead and my neck starts to go. So, yes, wearing it for 10-15 minutes is okay, but to watch an entire movie, I have to take 3 or 4 breaks. And Sony actually recommends that, to not wear it more than 20-30 minutes. So far I gave you all the negatives until I play video game on this. Oh my god. So I played Gran Turismo 5. It is the best racing game experience I've ever had. It is so cool. So I dialed up the 3D effect all the way to 10 and put this thing on and did racing and turned up the volume to like 20, which is 25 is maximum. And then it is so cool. The engine noise, the 3D effect of the car's dashboard and the steering wheel and all the other cars. It is so cool. I don't have a steering wheel, so I have to play this. I did a little recording, so you should be able to see what happens when I played it. It is amazing 3D when you play games. Movie effect, not so much when I compare to, because I only watch 3D in IMAX. This is not as great. But as a video game playing, it is fantastic. Now, It does include the little light blocker, which is installed on the bottom. that's a total afterthought, because with that thing installed, when you put it on, which is supposed like a baseball cap, it gets in the way of you putting this thing on. But once you put it on, it's hard to insert these again. So they're like completely useless in a way that you have to keep it off. But they do block a lot of light to give you a more immersed experience. After 20-30 minutes, you do feel the slight pressure on the forehead by the little pad. They do include 3 different sizes where you can pop on and off. It's all plastic, so by adjusting it, you're afraid that you might break this piece. So it seems like very cheap, even though it's not a cheap built unit. I have a really mixed feeling about this, because watch a movie? Not really. I mean, if I want to watch this with my wife, I have to buy 2 of these. Then you're talking about $1,600. For $1,600, I can get a 45-inch 3D TV with 2 pairs of 3D glasses. Not worth it. Video games, wow. It's so freaking amazing. Then again, $800 as a PlayStation 3 accessory, not so sure. And the biggest problem with this unit is it doesn't fit anywhere. So in my mind, the best place to use it is actually lay in bed, so the weight of the unit is actually not rest on your head directly, but rest it, you know, like this, so it's more, so your neck is not having this additional a pound or so of device. But the problem is that you have this big decoder box that needs to connect to a video source, which means I need to have a PS3 or a Blu-ray player next to my bed. Doesn't fit. So let's talk about living room or your home theater room, where this box is next to PlayStation 3, because it does offer a pass-through. So you can still have a TV attached to this, while this attached to a video source, and this end is where the 3D display goes. But then the cord itself is only about 6 feet long, maybe 9 feet, which is not exactly usable at a distance where you would normally sit away from your TV. This, when I tested, it barely stretched, but you have a cord that cut directly from where you sit to your TV. Not the most elegant solution. And when I did my unboxing video, when I mentioned this thing to be portable, I don't mean that you use it while driving or walking. I just means that to use this thing, I don't have to carry all this. So I can move this from place to place. If you want me to install this box while still have this, maybe make it cordless. And what's the deal with this box? This feels like, you know, Sony had those leftover digital TV converter box where, you know, the Congress gave a rebate to buy, and they decided to be, well, let's use it for this box. Well, but I don't understand any function of this box, and fine, I don't understand the whole technology piece overall, and Sony need to create this box. Then can we have more than one HDMI input? Like 2 or 3? Most TVs have 4 right now, so 2 wouldn't hurt. And at the same time, Sony released the 3D TV. For $499, I can have a 24-inch 3D TV that can sit on my desk where I can look right at it, play 3D, that I think has 2 HDMI and 1 component cable input. So I can, and it has a multi-view technology, so with 2 people, wear 2 pairs of 3D glasses, you guys can see 2 different screens. So when I play racing game with my friend, we can both look at the racing screen, full screen, not split screen. So at almost half the price of this, I can have a more social gaming experience or movie viewing experience than the whole anti-social thing. So, you know, and it's kind of weird wearing it. I mean, you can see that from the video I was attached to this. So it's definitely great technology, because the individual screen, the organic light emitting diode, the OLED screen. Picture quality, I know it's only 720p, but it is the best picture quality I've ever seen. But it's not as impressive when you compare to, let's say, a 27-inch monitor at 2560 by 1600 display, or 1440 like the Apple Cinema display, or any of the professional displays, and you sit at a distance of 3 feet. You get a much better immersion experience because the picture seems larger at a better resolution, right? But the 3D gaming experience on PS3, fantastic. But delivery is really poor on Sony's end. It's great technology. I hope Samsung or Apple can pick this up and make it into a more polished and refined experience and consumer product. Because this box, I'd rather to be at the end of this, so balance it out, or make this whole thing the size of a motorcycle helmet. You know, I have to wear something else on my head, might as well make it comfortable. And the view distance is very tough. I mean, it's very hard to explain, but just try to watch something with a swim goggle on and you'll be able to tell how uncomfortable that is. So I'm sorry guys, this thing is going back because I'm not gonna pay $800 for this that I'm not gonna use. I mean, I can look into the Sony 3D TV, but nevertheless, this is a very cool piece of technology, and I'm glad Sony made this unit to show what is possible of the future. But to convince me to open my wallet and take off $800 to pay for this, where I can only enjoy it by myself, because when it says adjusted to you, it's almost impossible to adjust for someone else to use without ruining your own settings. So, cool technology. I can't wait to see what the other company can do with the display that Sony manufactures. Alright guys, let me know if you have any question about this. I know people usually rate it down when I have negative things to say about a product, but it is $800. In this economy, like I said, I can buy 4 Amazon Fire tablets for this price. I just can't spend it, and especially if I want to enjoy it with my wife. $1,600, I can get an awesome Samsung 3D TV for that price. They have a 60-inch right now for $2,700. So, sorry Sony. Better luck next time. If you have any questions, please post in the comment section below. I will make sure to answer them as soon as I can.